Yo, what's up? It's Dave, and today's comic is Punisher World Journal number 26 from 1991, The Sicilian Saga, part 2 of 3. And I just love that tagline, Scuba Diving Lessons. Check out what we got here. Just on the cover alone, we got our main character, Frank, in some peril here. He just stabbed this dude and he's kicking him down. Other guy's trying to tackle him. The guy behind him's pointing a spear gun at him. There's sharks and blood in the water. And that is my favorite version of the Punisher skull. When Mobster slew his family, Frank Castle vowed to spend the rest of his life avenging them. Trained as a soldier and equipped with a state-of-the-art arsenal, he now wages a one-man war on crime. Stan Lee presents the Punisher War Journal. Cry Uncle. Credits we got the Bloody Red Baron himself, Mike Baron, is writing. As artist, we simply have text, and more on him later. We got Jim Novak, letterer, Green White as the colorist, Don Daly as editor, and Tommy D as EIC. So starting out, we're on a boat here. Frank says, "Where to, Uncle Rocco?" "Your associate requested I supply you with certain equipment. I'm taking you to my stash." "How do you know my associate?" "Some time ago I acquired a computer. I live by myself and thought it would be amusing to play games. We're on automatic now. Come with me." And I'm going to look at that art about 27,000 times reviewing this comic. It's just incredible art. "I recently acquired a new game called Tank. It was the best game ever. After I reached the highest level of play, a message appeared inviting me to contact the game's inventor for a group participation." "That idiot, he still hasn't learned to practice safe computer sex." "What are you going to take me for? We played for a month before we exchanged our real names. We both knew the same people, so he decided to trust me with a couple projects." "What people?" "Armorers, mercenaries. It's a very active region. The Basucos trade weapons to the Libyans for heroin." "What project?" "He supplied Abdul al-Mishma so he could assault the rival PLO officer, Hakim Abdullah. It was a very successful raid, but Hakim escaped." "Micro's been supplying the PLO? That doesn't make any sense." "Yes, it does." And the old lady in the back, "Quiet, can't you let an old woman sleep?" "Microchip figures if he can help the PLO self-destruct, it's the same as helping Israel." "Didn't know he was political." "He's Jewish, isn't he? Perhaps he didn't want you to know. Me, I've been trying to make a living while avoiding the Basucos." "We're almost there. Do you scuba dive?" "Yup." "Where's your stash?" "Underwater. Esmeralda, wake up, my rare flower. Frank and I are going overboard." Go on and play. Once we get near shore, stay behind me." They dive underwater. I just love this art. This blew my mind in 1991, man. Here we are swimming underwater. Get out on the beach. "Nice collection. I need a couple anti-tank rocket launchers." "Is that a Herstal PN-90 I see?" "That's right. I've got a sled down here so we can haul it topside." "How did you get it down there in the first place? You didn't float it." "Come on, I'll show you. You see that volcanic blowhole? A helicopter drops the goods straight down the pipe." "I think I hear a helicopter now." "But I don't have a delivery scheduled for a week." "Who is it then?" "Could be the Libyans or the Basucos. We must hurry. They're bound to see the boat." And they get on their little underwater aqua sled deal here. Nice quiet time right through where you got 4 scuba divers coming up on them. Uncle Rocco writes on the little chalkboard, "Libyans." You see a couple spears firing past Frank there. Hops off the sled. Boom! Spear through the chest with this guy. Uncle Rocco takes out a guy himself. "Libyans, yeah. But which group? The PLO has 5 feuding factions with headquarters in Tripoli." Boom! Frank Castle, man, stabs the dude right through the cheeks. He's off, another guy's coming at him. He ducks the spear there, cuts his airline, sinks to the bottom, and Frank's like, "Let's go." Oh man, again, just love this artwork. They come up above the water. Don't shoot, it's us. And Esmeralda says, they buzzed the boat, took some pictures and flew away. But there was a man with a gun. But I stayed below decks. Any idea who they are? I think it's the fundamental jihad. They're trying to drive all non-Muslims out of the Middle East. And I think they messed up here because this balloon makes more sense that goes to Frank here. That's a tall order. I thought this was your personal ammo dump. How'd they find it? I backed Abdullah Mishma in a strike against Hakim Abdullah. Unfortunately, Hakim was waiting for him. Hakim knows Abdullah got the weapons in this region. But I don't think you find it so easily. They didn't used to have that chopper. It'll be back. We better get ready. Uncle Rocco, why don't we make a run for it? What if they return with the Libyan patrol boat? What are you, Fugazi? You think I'm going to turn that stash over to Hakim Abdullah? We can find something to discourage the further claims on my property. Okay, I'd like to phone my partner in New York. Make it quick. The sooner we get off this boat, the better. Micro, I'm not relaxing. What's the skinny on Hakim Abdullah? He's bad news. He's German. His real name's Jurgen Hone. He's head of a rad scare pack that includes Saracen. Saracen masterminded the raid on that cruise ship, Mega Bogward. That's the guy. Swell. He may be connected with the bazookas. That makes sense. The bazookas have been trading guns for smack. Whoops. Gotta go. Got an option call on soybean futures. Call me back at 2300 Greenwich. I hate to lose this boat. I know what you mean. Every time I blow up a truck, Micro chews me out. Wait for me. I'm going to leave a present for our newfound friends. What did you do? Open the gas valves? Plus a little plastique and a detonator in my pocket. There are several volcanic blowholes into the cave. How will we get the weapons out? We'll fix a winch under the chimney. Will you be alright for a while? Yes, go on, bring me a bottle of wine. If anyone comes, I'll drop stones. Oh man, incredible art, man. Uncle Rocco, you must have known I was coming. A Barrett. Yes, I was going to suggest that. I'm going to get Esmeralda a nice burgundy. Or she'll be angry with me. So how come you never married her? Uncle Rocco donks Frank in the head. Not too many people can get away with that. Huh? What's that? We know each other 12 hours and you ask such a question? I'll have to give you a fat lip. I'll tell you why. She didn't want to. Why not? You got some nerve asking me these questions. She knows I can't have kids. She didn't see the need. Try this Chianti. A friend of mine brings it down from France. So how come you can't have kids? What is this? One more crack, bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna smack you. He looks down. Looks back up. Give me the bottle. I'll tell you. On account of the explosion that killed your Uncle Frido, I caught some shrapnel. It was a long time ago. Besides, it was Frido she really loved. So all these years you lived like a bandit, eh? When my wife and kids were murdered, I felt as if all my ties had been cut. I was reborn as you see me now. I didn't realize I had any family left. Ah, Goomba, the Castellonis are back in business, huh? You killed Ferruccio Basuco? That's right. Crept into the old snake's den, stuck my shotgun in his face and blew his brains out. I only wish I'd been able to get that little viper Ilio. He's grown up to be the biggest snake of them all. I'm not a man of 1,000 voices, so we're not going to get into it, but they introduce the crime boss here. And they tell him, bring me Sarcerin. But he asks not to be disturbed, and he says, get him or I'll disturb you. He knocks on the door. Mr. Saracen, sir? Chunk. I asked not to be disturbed. I'm very sorry, sir, but Don Bequesco requested your company. It's an emergency. Let's get past here. Boom! Oh man, this is awesome. Here comes someone. Let me see. Shot through the binoculars. No markings, but I'll bet it came from Tripoli. That's it, they're checking out the boat. Once they got the boat, I'm gonna blow it up. Shame if they're just a bunch of curious terrorists. Bunch of curious tourists. I don't think they're tourists, Frank. Sorry, I flubbed that line. They blow up the boat. Rocco, your boat. It was beginning to leak. Well, there he is. Hakim Abdullah himself. Say the word, Uncle Rocco. He's shark food. Go ahead. How? Oh, man. Takes him out. I think we ticked him off. Take another shot. They don't know where we are. Then they'll know. Then we'll move. Well, what do you think they'll do? I think they'll come ashore and we can pick them off one by one. Okay. Kaboo! Wipes another bad guy out. Let's split up. You two take the high ground. Let me deal with the landing party. All of them? As many as I can. You can take the rest. We'll rendezvous at the blowhole in 90 minutes. Esmeralda, do you remember when I showed you about guns? I remember. Give me the MAC-10. Make tracks. They're bound to lob something in our direction. Meanwhile, a mile out to sea, bad guy, Saracen. Get Don Basuccio on the radio. His two problems are solving each other. I would deal with any survivors. Skip ahead a couple pages. I killed the first 3 with a knife. Got 3 more with my silencer. The silencer shot. But there's only 1 left. Nothing fancy here. I'm not proud of this work. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Blows this guy, look at his boot flying off. About the only thing I'm doing is adding to my extensive knowledge of exit wounds. You gotta love Frank, man. An H&K, MSPA. Nice gun. Wonder how Uncle Rocco's doing. Rocco, Esmeralda. Something's wrong here. They should have hailed me by now. Frank hears a groan and looks. Rocco! Rocco, who did this to you? Get away! Boof! The shattering conclusion as Rocco lies dying, Saracen and the Punisher wage a desperate final combat. Somebody's not walking away from this one, people. In 30 days. Look at this. This was the time. If you love the Punisher, this was the time to be reading comics. They got the next issue of Punisher War Journal. He's also being featured. He invades the Nam. And the regular Punisher title. And this is the thing I want to show you about Tex. Okay, by now, you've got to be curious about Tex, the mysterious 3-letter acronym inhabiting our credit box. Who is Tex? What is a Tex? Where can you get one? Biographical data will soon be forthcoming on this new artistic entry. Stay tuned for the next issue when you can learn what is a Tex. Can you be a Tex? Is Tex harmful to your health? And if so, should you practice safe Tex? If it seems like Tex is all we think about, you're not dreaming. You could say we're over Text, and you will be too if you join us next month for more Tex. And a little pop quiz. If you guys know who Tex is, leave a comment down below. Man, I love this comic, the cover alone. So you guys know the YouTube drill. I appreciate you guys just watching. If you click subscribe, you might as well rock the bell. It's kind of like the same thing now. Give me a thumbs up if you think this video rocked. Give me a thumbs down if you think it sucked. And let me know one way or another why you think. And until next time, I'll see you in the back issues.